Chantal.
And I'm Nicola, and we are the faces behind Agile Caribbean Link. So today we just wanted to spend a few minutes and talk with you about how to create the right atmosphere for a new team.
So let's get straight into it. One of the first things that Nicola and I try to do when we're working with a new team is to help the team members to identify what do they have in common. So by doing that, we help them to share experiences, share their hobbies, interests in music, whatever it may be, just so that they can have a common ground to start. One of the tools that we've used to do this is a personality test.
So one of the tools that we like using is actually from 16personalities.com. And what we find is that once you receive the results of this test, then you can better understand and appreciate the different personalities that are on your team. That can also help to inform how it is that you approach your mentoring or your coaching sessions. So whether you're a Scrum Master, an Agile coach, a team leader, manager, it will help you to inform how it is that you relate to your team members, and based on the collective results for the entire team, also how everybody can relate to each other.
Awesome. The other thing that we also have come across is creating an atmosphere where we can have friendly debates. And the friendly debate topics can be about what would you rather do in terms of do you like to hike or do you prefer to watch a movie? Any other examples, Nicola?
I think another example was something as simple as asking, what do you prefer, or what is worse, being bored or just being too busy? I find that too for teams. Once you start getting accustomed to each other, you will figure out what your rhythm is. So you'll find your own unique activities. For my team, one of the things that we found that bonded us together from early, we're not really certain how it started, but it was literally writing down some quotes that we had in terms of any team member who said anything that we thought was funny, anything that was profound or anything. We had a space in our lab where we simply took our whiteboard marker and we recorded it. And it became our piece of art. It became our personality, our team personality.
It also was a conversation starter because someone who's familiar with the things that are already on the board, and you went into your space and I saw that something new was added to the board. I wanted to know what was the story behind whatever new quote was added because they were all so funny, so humorous, and they just always provoke thought.
Yes, and we continued updating until the last day that we left the lab. So it's still a statement piece for us that we'll always cherish, and it will always belong to a part of the team.
Nice. So the final activity that we wanted to talk about is one that will help you to identify the strengths and weaknesses of your team members. And this activity is called Superpower Kryptonite, where the team members will identify what do they uniquely bring to the team that is a strength. And with the kryptonite, they will need to identify what is their weakness. What is it that if it is that something or that particular thing happens, it throws them off their game. It changes their mood and it just makes them feel out of it. So for example, one of the strengths that I have is that I think I communicate effectively and I try to do so simply and clearly. Nikki, you mind sharing one of your kryptonites?
No problem. So for me, I think one of my biggest kryptonites is actually persons playing any kind of blame game and trying to throw whether a person or a team under the bus. I don't like when it is that we start, as opposed to finding solutions, we're trying to find who to blame. And so if I'm not careful, this will throw off my entire day and may even spill into another day. So recognizing that, I try to make a conscious effort to go into solutions mode. So I start by trying to understand, one, what may have been the root cause of whatever the issue is, how it is that we can solve the issue at hand today, right now, and then how is it that we prevent a recurrence.
Nice. So another activity that's a little bit similar is using an object, asking your team members to identify an object that they think represents what they're bringing to the team. So I remember the time that we played this together, Nicola, I actually identified that I wanted to be a teacup. The reason why I wanted to be a teacup is because it's versatile. It carries hot and cold beverages, and you can use it anywhere.
And I've also seen where, for example, a team member may select a hammer as a tool, and also because it's so versatile and it can carry out so many functions. And you may have another team member perhaps select, I don't know, say a nail. And of course, a hammer and a nail goes perfectly together. And so not only does this activity give insight into individuals, but it will also give you some insight as to what the team personality may look like and who may best complement who. So it's always one of our go-to activities.
Another activity that comes to mind, Nicola, is one that you told me you've done with your team, where you identified non-fictional or fictional characters that aligned with the different roles on your team. Tell me a little bit more about that.
That's right, Shan. So it was just one of those activities where literally you looked at the different roles on the team, meaning your product owner, scrum master, your security analyst, your process analyst, your QA, all the different roles that make up the team. And then select a character. As you rightly mentioned, it could be a real person or it could be a fictional character. So say, for instance, you decided that Tony Stark is the perfect product owner. Now, of course, it's a conversation starter because I don't want to understand from you what are the qualities that Tony Stark represents that are also representative of what a product owner, good product owner, an ideal product owner would look like. Now, having identified the characters for each role on the team, and of course, talking through what are the unique character traits that each would bring to the team and what they represent, what we actually did was to put together a collage.
What I like about that activity, Nicola, is that you actually was left with an artifact that you could look back at a couple months down the road to say, is this what our super team still looks like today? So those were the ideas that we have been thinking about when it comes to creating that team atmosphere with a new team. We hope you like them. If you did, feel free to like this video, comment below, share, or invite someone else to join the link. Thank you so much for your time. Talk soon.